Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Kebab news.
Blackpink's
Blackpink Lisa at Coachella. The mic is on, but let's be real.
Lisa hit the stage again at Coachella 2025's second weekend, and fans agree, the mic was definitely on. This time around, the audio mix was noticeably better. Lisa's vocals came through more clearly than Weekend 1, with fans praising the lowered backing track that allowed her live performance to shine. One fan posted, "I love it, how we can hear her singing and rapping verse for verse on the broadcast. Now, because they finally turned her mic up and the backtrack down." But while many celebrated her live singing, some fans also pointed out that not every vocal moment was pitch perfect, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Thinking that I got no idea what she's thinking. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you always gonna hate me for that night in Tokyo when it ended? I kinda
As a longtime K-pop fan, especially one from the second generation, I think it's important to keep things realistic. Yes, Lisa was singing live, but in some parts, you could hear the strain, breathing issues, some vocal shakiness, because she was dancing non-stop for over 40 minutes. And honestly, that's totally expected. In K-pop, there's this ongoing expectation that idols should sing like Adele or Beyonce, while jumping, twirling, and hitting complex
I
choreography.
just want to see her sing that without dancing. I don't know if she can. I think she can't sing that part, even if she wasn't dancing.
Yeah, she's not a singer, so
Yeah.
to me, holding Lisa to singing standards is unrealistic. She's just not singer, period. So
I love this album from Britney Spears.
the fact that she's singing, it's already good. Like, I don't just accept that she's singing, period. I don't think you should expect world-class vocals out of her. That's just not who she is, not what she does.
Like Britney Spears in her prime. But that's just not humanly possible. Not consistently, and not without compromise. Unless you're Sister, who, if newer fans don't know, were absolute queens of live stages while dancing in 10-inch heels and still serving vocals faster than your Wi-Fi speed. Then yeah, things are gonna get a little shaky
Sister, sister?
sometimes. And yet, Lisa kept going.
Wow.
When her in-ear monitor fell out early in the performance, she didn't miss a beat, literally. She adjusted it while staying perfectly in sync with the choreography. Fans cheered her professionalism. Comments like, "Mic is on and crowd is loud," and Lisa not missing a beat.
For me, as long as you bring live vocals, that's what matters. Like, how good it is, especially like when it comes to K-pop. I don't really have high expectations of many
Hey,
people,
everyone.
but as all I'm asking is just be live. Like, that's it. Anyway, Stray Kids fans call out Jeremy Lee for plagiarism. Who's Jeremy Lee? You know Jeremy Lee? Let's see this.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into
Now, I hope you stays are not hypocritical, because I remember when Army called y'all out for plagiarism too on one of the songs for Hop album, I believe. So, I hope that's not something similar.
hot topic stirring up discussion in both the K-pop and C-pop scenes. Accusations of plagiarism involving Mirror's Jeremy Lee and Stray Kids. Hong Kong singer and Mirror member Jeremy Lee recently released his new track, Tie Me Now. The song is his first fast-paced, self-composed piece. And while it's getting attention, a storm of controversy has followed. Many listeners were quick to point out that Tie Me Now sounds strikingly similar to Red Lights, a sub-unit track by Stray Kids Bang Chan and Yoonjin. The accusation that Jeremy's song may have crossed the line into plagiarism. Netizens began editing and merging both tracks for comparison. And while some fans believe it's just a coincidence or a case of similar musical style, others, including myself, feel the two songs sound nearly identical.
Okay, that's Stray Kids.
Adding to the suspicion,
Wait, she played both? Look like the same song.
I think she first played Jeremy's.
Oh,
and then
let's
Stray
go.
Kids. This is Jeremy's.
including myself, feel the two songs sound
Well,
nearly
overall,
identical.
from what I've heard so far, I've heard this beat before.
I mean, it is similar, but as you said,
I already have this
when
song in my head.
when I first heard Red Lights, I don't know if you, I don't think we reacted to the full song, but we have heard a snippet of it. Uh, I recognized it as a familiar beat from before. I do feel like somebody in the West already did it, so kind of like it's the same BTS Stray Kids. Come on, guys.
But then again, we only hear a little
Adding
bit.
to the suspicion,
Yeah, well, but I'm assuming that's the part they're talking about. So I don't know. I've heard that beat, but it's not something unique that Stray Kids did.
fans found that Red Lights is included in Jeremy's personal music playlist. This detail raised eyebrows. leading many to believe he was well aware of the original song before releasing his own. In response, Jeremy took to Instagram to address the backlash. He expressed sadness over the situation and emphasized that he never intended to plagiarize. He also noted that while he composed the song, he wasn't responsible for the arrangement. This song led to confusion and arguments. It was definitely not something I wanted to see. I also did not intend to plagiarize. I'm sorry for causing disappointment and displeasure. Jeremy Lee. To be fair, music often shares overlapping elements, especially in certain genres, but the similarity here has definitely caught the ears of many, myself included. So, what do you think? Are these two songs just coincidentally similar, or is there a stronger case for plagiarism here? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And
Can I see the comments?
I don't know. Upon finishing his full song, I definitely heard the similarities. Having the song in his public place doesn't help his case, but I don't know if he did on purpose. It's easy to get lost in inspiration. When I first heard Jeremy's song, I thought it was a Chinese cover of Red Light. Their instrumentals are literally copy and paste. The song is literally another version of the original. I guess if it's the whole song, then maybe it's problematic. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, guys, but as stays, I feel like you shouldn't jump onto other people the way, because y'all didn't like how Army jumped
Yeah.
onto you also.
But if it is plagiarism, I'm sure the company will have
the company will
settled.
handle it. I think, just
Because
let them do
even
their
when
thing.
they ask the stars,
Hey, everyone.
it's not at the end of the day, it's really the company that's gonna go after it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's, as I said, I heard that or something similar before here in the West. It's like that classic 50 Shades of Grey beat. Like we hear it all the time. It's nothing unique about it. To play, both one next to another. If you match it, maybe they are identical. I don't know, but that's something for the lawyers to figure it out. Not, I'm just saying, just you didn't like how Army did y'all with that. I don't remember what track was that, Hop or something. Maybe. So don't do it to others. Anyway, JHope Japan concert incident highlights ongoing issues of idle consent. Ooh, what's going on?
Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a serious topic to talk about involving BTS's JHope and an unfortunate incident that took place during his recent Hope on the Stage concert in Saitama, Japan. During the show, JHope, known for his incredible fan service and personal interactions, took time to walk along the barricade and greet fans, something he's been doing throughout the tour. While most fans respected the space and energy, unfortunately, a few crossed the line. In one moment,
What
a
did
fan
he do?
hugs JHope without any clear prompt or invitation. He keeps performing professionally, but shortly after, another fan touches his stomach, and several more hands begin reaching toward his body. It's a moment that has sparked a wave of outrage and disappointment across fan communities. One Korean fan wrote, "Try thinking about it the other way around."
I don't know. Why is that a problem? If he didn't want to be touched, he wouldn't go there.
Or he will maybe back away.
Yeah, he would but just back away. Be at the arm's reach. So to high five, he would be at that distance. Why is that a problem?
Because I've seen where stars go and they
Yeah.
embrace and hug. I feel like it can be a little bit of jealousy, honestly.
It sounds like the jealous fans. I don't see any problem with that. If he wasn't comfortable, he wouldn't go
Because
there.
it looked like it didn't even look inappropriate.
I thought somebody was gonna try to kiss him. That's a little different. But if just rubbing his stomach, like what? I don't have a problem with that.
But I don't think people should speak on the behalf of JHope. Did JHope say he felt uncomfortable or he didn't like it?
I feel like if he was not comfortable with the
That would
contact,
be
he would
him.
have backed off. Like kind of, he wasn't. I'm not saying he embraced it, but he just it didn't bother him at all.
What if a male fan did that at a girl idol concert? The bodyguards would snap his wrist on the spot, drag him out, and send him straight to the police. And
That's
no one would try to
different
stop
on
them, right?
the
Please.
lady in the chest area.
Yeah, I guess it would be different, but even then, like I feel like if the lady goes there,
No, but touching
that
the
is a little
boob,
different. Yeah,
the chest area is
yeah,
not.
that is a little different though. Yeah, that's different.
Just show some respect. Another comment stood out for its honesty, saying, "It felt mutual and considerate in past shows. But here it just looked like people were excited to grope him, like he was a walking mannequin. He is not
That's
a doll.
groping?
He is a human being and should be
Oh,
treated as
no.
such." This moment isn't just about a few fans stepping out of line. It opens up a bigger conversation about consent.
Now, okay, that Jin kiss, when the fan kiss Jin, that's different. Now that's what I thought would happen here. I don't know, he was there to be touched. Like he literally walking right by, because he could be walking like 2-3 feet behind, whereas people would have to jump over. Now, if somebody jumps over the fence, crossing the line, he's walking literally touching the fence for the fans to touch him. He's there for the fans to touch him. Otherwise, why would he be there? I don't like we've seen that with Western idols, not idols, but stars. We see them go down, people touch. Like this, we have seen rock stars. They do a fucking mosh pit. Yost. And he does. The only thing he does is
Yeah.
he grabs his balls so people don't grab his balls. That's it. And then he like, come, I don't know. This is not. No, we've seen that. He covers his balls so people don't grab his balls, but then he kind of goes through crowd surfs. I don't know. To me, this is. I don't know. That's not a big deal.
Boundaries and respect. Idols like JHope put in everything to connect with their fans in meaningful ways, but that openness should never be mistaken for permission to cross personal boundaries. And one fan summed it up best. No and no, you don't hug him without his consent. You don't rub his chest like he's an object. People want to be sued like that lady at Jin's event or... Let's remember that being a fan means showing support.
I don't know. Like, I really don't understand where these people coming from. I'm sorry. If he didn't want to be touched, he would not be in that position. The Jin's case, the whole thing was Jin was hugging people. That was the rule. There was a rule. Jin is I think 400 hugs or something that he's giving out for free or something like that. I don't remember. It was a year ago. Hug. The lady kissed. That's crossing the line. Here, he's there to be touched, right? Everybody's touching. So it's okay to touch his shoulder, but his stomach is not okay. Why is stomach different from the shoulder? I don't know. It's not like somebody tried to get in his pants or anything. That's different. Or kissing him, but his chest, his stomach, I don't know, guys. Like, I feel like y'all just overprotective over these idols as if they can't say for themselves. They can set the boundaries for themselves. Yeah, he's not a minor. He's an established idol. He's a big star. He's not from a small label. He's the biggest star, not solo, but from the biggest group in K-pop. He can come out and say, that's crossing the line. I don't like that. He did not say that. So if he didn't say that, don't assume that he, especially when he's there. I don't know. This is making a big deal out of nothing. Anyway. And Hyang shuts down empty crowd rumors at Coachella. Well, to be fair, their first week performance was good, so their second week might be more people watching them because the first week was good. So I don't know if that addresses the first week concerns, but let's see.
K-pop fam. Big news coming out of Coachella 2020 TSF. Hyang has officially shut down all the noise and proved why they're one of the most powerful performers of their generation. Let's talk about what went down during their Weekend 2 performance and how the crowd came through in full force. So, just to rewind a bit, after their first Coachella stage last weekend,
That's it?
I mean, to have people chanting you in Coachella,
But they had it in the first week.
but I guess no one heard it.
We saw, like, the first week how it was in the early performances, fans were super loud, but they
super
kind of
hype.
fell asleep a little
Yeah.
bit. Which I did too. The performance got, as the more we watched, the more boring it got. So,
No shade.
the shade to hype, not to unhype, and hype had to do more with the
They
staging.
didn't have much of a budget
Yeah.
to really, keep
Yeah.
your focus engaged,
some online chatter tried to paint a picture of Hyang performing to a so-called empty crowd. But let's just say, that narrative didn't age well. This weekend, Hyang returned to the Coachella stage and absolutely crushed. A 45-minute set, performing over 10 songs with live vocals and
Because I
almost
think
no
they
breaks.
always want to have like the shot in Coachella, like, as an artist, you want to have yourself performing and the crowd,
yeah.
as part of the shot to show how epic you are, and it's a feel good moment,
Yeah, but the Coachella crowds, that's the thing, right? Empty crowd, it's easy to come for a person, but full crowd, it's not a defense because you're not a headliner. The crowd could be waiting for someone else. It's a little, you're in between a rock and a hard place where you can't win. Because, okay, they had the full
That's if
crowd.
you know.
Yeah, they had a full crowd, but how do you know those people were for an hype and then they weren't ready
Still,
for
like
the next
abroad,
act?
people don't know that. They don't know all the details. So you want to flex abroad, to let everyone know I'm
Yeah,
a big
but
name
realistically,
overseas.
it doesn't
I
even
get
have to
it.
be for an hype, and so it's such an argument that you can't really win. There's always going to be a counter argument to put you down.
And the crowd, let's just
The only time you can win is if you're a headliner. That crowd is for you. That's it. If you're a middle act, middle of the day, who the fuck knows?
say, it spoke volumes. One fan shouted out Jay, tweeting, Jay, serving vocals and visual, and the fit, plus the hair down. Like, yes, that stage presence, unmatched. Another fan went off about Haesung's
Oh, better outfits. I like this better.
performance, writing, gee, this Haesung Moonstruck's climax part. The way he changed some of those notes, crazy, his vocals. A literal vocal king moment. But the real clapback, the crowd shots, loud before Hyang even hit the stage, and absolutely packed during the performance. This time, the cameraman was not playing around. One fan noticed, tweeting, cameraman knows what he's doing. Gonna show the full crowd just in case PPL start making things up. Again, LMAO. Facts only. And another pointed out, notice how their crowd is even bigger this week. Everyone heard
Yeah, I do think people heard that, so maybe some more fans came through for Enhypen, like, oh, to support them or something like that. I do feel like this is more like a clap back after the first week than like an indicator, because the first week was the first week. Now it's people say, oh, that's what you said about my group, let me buy the tickets to go, that type of stuff.
how good their set was and had to check it out. When word gets out about a good live set, people show up. Enhypen not only defended their
That also true, yeah. Because maybe first week people didn't know about Enhypen. They heard, oh, Enhypen were really good. They're like, oh, second week, let's go check out this Enhypen. That's also possible as well.
stage. They dominated it. From the insane vocals to the massive crowd response, this Coachella appearance was one for the books. Big congrats to Enhypen for killing it both weekends.
You know what?
Did you catch their
also
performance?
Coachella for these groups is like it's a network event. Like
oh yeah, definitely.
American artists get to see who is Enhypen, and so you have to really show out. That's why I feel like everyone really showed out. Everyone started singing live.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just overall not a big fan of these using festivals as crowd measures, because I talked in one of the videos. Not Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj supposedly have 250K crowd, but nobody knows that for sure. It's just a rumor. It's not ticketed. It's not measured. I can make up and say whoever the fuck had Lady Gaga had 500,000 people there in Coachella. How are you gonna prove me that she didn't? Or whatever. Hype versus Minhis Lawsuit and 260 billion KR double contract clash. Is this something new, or is we doing old stuff?
Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the intensifying legal battle between Hybe and former Adore CEO Minhis. A case that could have major implications for one of K-pop's hottest acts right now, New Jeans. Let's break it down. On April 17th, the Seoul Central District Court held its second hearing in the lawsuit filed by Hybe against Minhis. Hybe is seeking confirmation that their shareholder agreement with Min has been lawfully terminated. But that's not all. The case is now being combined with another lawsuit. Last November, Min filed her own suit against Hybe, demanding nearly 26 billion Korean won, or about $260 million US, from a put option she claims to have exercised legally before any termination was finalized. So what's going on here? Well, Hybe argues the contract was broken by Min, and therefore they had the right to terminate. Min, however, claims the contract was still in effect when she exercised her rights. Now both sides are claiming termination, just at different times, and for different reasons. The court has decided to hear both cases together, which should help clarify the timeline, and who, if anyone, breached the contract first. The next hearing is scheduled for June 12th. Meanwhile, the 5 members of New Jeans are also caught in the legal.
So this is the one that we saw, that I said I want a little clarification what we're doing here. So this was it. Okay, this does bring a little clarity, at least kind of understand what we're talking about here. We'll see. As I said in that reaction, I don't really have a comment because I don't know. They have to show their cases. I don't really know the timeline, who did what first. I still would be interested to see an attorney doing this cover. But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Rate, like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.